Hi, I'm Morgan Straw, and I'm going to be one of the lucky few who can say I graduated from Cumberland High School. When I think of graduation, a quote comes to mind. How lucky I am to have had something that makes saying goodbye so hard. It's a Winnie the Pooh quote one of my professors used before she retired last semester, and I found it really resonated with me. I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have had the staff that I had, to have made the connections that I have, to have gotten my entire education from this small island city, and I'm lucky to be looking forwards to college next year. My high school education started on a bit of a rocky patch, but I'm lucky to have had the teachers that I did to help me through it. Specifically, I'd like to thank Miss Thompson, Profe, and Mr. Matthias. Miss Thompson has always been patient with me, as have most of the other staff here, and when I'd have a rough day, she'd let me crash in her back room, no questions asked. If I ever needed help with my schedule or anything else, I've never hesitated to ask her, and I'm really grateful for that. Profe has been my Spanish teacher since day one, and even through COVID, her class has been a constant in my life. Whether I looked at it in apprehension or excitement, it was always there, and when I leave, it's going to be one of the things I miss the most. Finally, Mr. Matthias has been my favorite homeroom teacher, and through that rough patch in my life that I mentioned, and numerous dark days that followed it, those few minutes I got to sit in his homeroom were my highlight. They were what got me through the day, and I really missed it during COVID. I'm glad I got a few more months of it before I graduate. I'm lucky to have had all these people in my life, and I'm not looking forward to having them become another person I leave behind in high school. Every single year, I've become really good friends with some of my upperclassmen, and I've learned life lessons from them. Some of them were serious, some of them were silly, but I've loved all of them, and I'm gonna treasure them for a very long time. They always were friends with me for about a year before they ended up graduating, and we never were too close, but they were always there for me, and I hope that in some way I was there for somebody else this year. I doubt I would have been able to make these connections through grades had I gone to a different school, and I'm really grateful for that. Which is why I'm lucky that in this island city, I've grown up to be the person I am, for better and for worse. The experience has been far from perfect, as most adolescent educations go, but they've been a far cry from horrible. I've never been bullied or picked on here, something that would have happened to my nerdy, shy self in any other school system. And I don't think there are any prominent groups of kids who run the school. We're all on the same level, and respect is mutual no matter your level of popularity. I'm never intimidated to work with a kid who has more friends than me, and they are never disgruntled to do the same. Even though I'll talk to most of them, or any of them, after I graduate, I know I don't leave here with any negative feelings towards anyone. Finally, I'm lucky to be looking forward to college next semester. I'm lucky to have started here because I've already gotten like 5 when I graduate, 5 of my college classes done, and the school has paid for them, which I am extremely grateful for. That helps me get a head start when I go on to college. And I'm lucky that I'm literally lucky that I'm looking forward to college, because there was a time where I didn't think I'd get it this far. Freshman year was one of the darkest years of my life. When I was a freshman, I didn't think I'd live to see the year 2018. I didn't think I'd live to see my driver's license, my first job. I didn't think I'd live to see myself turn 18, graduate high school, or start college. And that is something I am looking forward to right now. And I sincerely doubt I would be if I hadn't had the amazing support I had here, which is why I'm really grateful to have gotten my education here. To this point, I've been really lucky with the hand I've drawn. I've been full of supportive teachers, friends throughout grades, and education at Cumberland High School. And I'm looking forward to the future in college. It hasn't been perfect, but its people and experience push me forwards into the next chapters of my life. I walk away into a truly different world, and some would argue my luck is running out. We are still in the midst of a pandemic. It's still in the back of my mind that we could be quarantined at any time, and this could all come to an end. And this past year has given a prime example of the sorry state of our planet. Things look pretty bleak if you look at things on the large global scale. However, I find my luck still lying around if I step back into the moment. Whilst I write these last few seconds, my classmates run around the halls in a scavenger hunt, and laughter echoes through the halls. I watch as my brother runs frantically with a plastic spoon, footsteps echoing through the halls, and I know that things are looking up no matter how bleak it may seem. Wow, I think, as a group of teens race by, how lucky I am to have had something that makes saying goodbye so hard.